Good afternoon, students. Today we will see about devices which are used in a ICU, and that one is a nebulizer. So nebulizer is a device which is used for the inhalations of the drugs, or it will produce certain amount of moistures or vapor. Okay, so it will be easy to absorb by the upper respiratory tract when especially when you have a bronchoconstriction is there. So certain amount of bronchodilators along with the steroids can be used to deliver drugs when oral or IV is limited or less use. It takes times to dissolve in the body and have an effect, while directly taking the local application via the nebulizer will have a better and faster effect. Many times we use a certain amount of saline and sterling water to moisture your upper respiratory tract when it is completely become dry. Now the principles. So principles of nebulizer is basically it converts the solution liquid or oil base, mostly the liquid base. Oil base is rarely used. It will into the aerosol particles, small particles, and it will produce a certain amount of vapor, and it will be delivered through the normal breath to the patient or through the mechanical ventilation to the patient's body upper respiratory tract. Nebulizer defines the process of reducing the bulk of liquids into the spray, and which is used the large particle removed by introduction of suitable type of buffle. There is a one kind of buffle systems is there in nebulizers, which will have, if your large droplets will be removed from there, and only small size of droplets will be produced along with the moisture, so it will be easy to deliver inside the upper respiratory tract. And therapeutic dose is the aim of the nebulizer therapy is to deliver the drugs in less than 5 millimeters of size, and to make them aerosols or droplets and delivered through the directly upper respiratory tract, and it will take at least 5 to 10 minutes or sometimes 15 minutes to deliver the complete delivery. A different amount of combination is there, like 1:1, 1:2 and 2:1, and certain amount of bronchodilators are used like anethylene, Budecort kind of drugs which is in liquid or soluble form, which is used to give the before the giving the chest PT. Now what are the indications of nebulizers? So when the patient thick secretions are there and they are not able to swallow the drugs, or the drugs take the long time, and as most commonly when we are applying the chest PT in the ICU or wards, before that we have give such amount of bronchodilators via the nebulizers. Patient who need clear secretion but are mouth breathing and find expectation difficult. Okay, and those patients having a difficulty in humidifying systems or direct exposure of the normal oxygen via the tracheal tubes or ET tubes, then it required to be delivered through the certain amount of nebulizers. And the patient with a normal amount of especially in the pediatric population, if the patient is having a asthmatic attack and all of a sudden there is a decrease or abnormal breathing pattern, and that time instant giving delivery of this drugs, bronchodilator drugs via the nebulizer will have a good effect, and to reduce the bronchospasm or to relieve the bronchospasms. Now basically it is divided into two parts. Types are, number 1 is a ultrasonic nebulizer and number 2 is Z nebulizers. And along with the both the nebulizer, the delivery of the aerosol or whatever the droplets is coming, it can be done with the two ways, either with the mouthpiece directly if the patient is actively participate or able to take a breath through the mouth, or in case if it is not possible, or secondary muscles of the respiration is using more and patient is not able to take the proper deep breath, then we can ask along with the facial mask. Now it can be done with the all kind of patients, either it is a intubated or non-intubated via the endotracheal tubes, tracheostomy tubes, or in case of an without, even in the OPD setups also patient can take with active participants or with the facial mask. Now Z nebulizer and ultrasonic nebulizer, how it function. So In case of jet nebulizer, it electric air compressor is there, which along with the oxygen, it will generate the particles into the narrow orifice. It pass through the narrow orifice and it will produce a certain amount of vapors which can be used for the, along with the drugs, it will be delivered to the upper respiratory tract. A negative pressure created around the orifice draws the solution up and feed the tube from the liquid reservoir and jet of the gas fragments liquid into the droplets. So whatever the gas is available in the jet, it will be breaking the particles or liquid into the droplets. Ultrasound nebulizer. So ultrasound nebulizer is again used with the high frequency, that is at least 1 megahertz to 2 megahertz. An electric current is passing through the piezoelectric crystals and causing the vibration via the ultrasonic wave production, and which will break this liquid into the aerosols, and this particle size is very influenced by the frequency of the oscillations of these crystals, and it will be producing the vapor which can be used for the delivery of the upper respiratory tract part. Okay, so ultrasonic nebulizer is having much more beneficial compared to the normal jet nebulizer, and it's having a more accuracy and more quantity control over the size of the droplets and delivery time. So ultrasonic nebulizer is easy to use at the home as well as in the hospital setups. Nowadays, majority of the setups we have the ultrasonic nebulizer. Now, what are the types of the drugs can be administered via this nebulizer? One is bronchodilators, corticosteroids, certain amount of antifungal drugs, antibiotics, and mucolytic drugs can be used while using this nebulizer of ultrasonic nebulizer. And combinations, most commonly I told that 1 ml of salbutamol along with 3 ml of saline, 2 ml of ipratropium bromide along with the 2 ml of saline, and 1 ml of salbutamol, 2 ml of ipratropium bromide and 2 ml of saline. Normally 5 ml will be made in the cabinet, and it will be delivered to the body, and it will at least take 10 to 15 minutes to deliver completely, and certain amount of the saline will be remain inside the cabinet itself, which will have to be thrown out after the use, and next time you have to use the next drugs. Okay, so depends on the what kind of the drug is required, depends on the concentrate recall you have to go through.